Welcome to Mornings on Main Street for this Wednesday, February 15th. I'm your host, Stefanie Miller. So glad you joined us today. Here's what's in store. I'm sure, as you may have already heard, Nashville has ranked as one of the best cities to start an Airbnb. Well, this morning we talk with a realtor and Airbnb investor on why Nashville has become such a special start, and then how you can get started if you're looking to own your own Airbnb. After that, we continue on our conversation about overcoming the fear of public speaking. Our leadership coach and motivational speaker, Mr. Derek Urls, has some more tips for us today on how you can overcome that fear. And then we round out today's show with our Wednesday workout. We head up to Clarksville, Tennessee, to the athletic club for a dance fitness class that will not only make you sweat, but it's a lot of fun. It's called Turn Up. We will tell you all about it just a little bit later. Now let's take a look at some of our headlines this morning. Ball State Community College will begin offering 3 tuition-free job training programs, with one being a paid training program. This is beginning in March. So the programs are Hard Hat in Hand, Heavy Equipment Academy, and Industrial Readiness Training. Now, all of the programs will either lead to or will connect participants to potential employment opportunities. All you have to do for more information is go to hendersonvillestandard.com for that full list and the description of each of the courses. Some great information there for you. And then also this morning, Army Material Command and its Life Cycle Management Commands, well, they're using new processes. They're having members of their workforce operating in new roles and implementing new data resources and using a new workflow to transform how the Army manages its supply chain. So this is an effort to standardize, specialize, and modernize how it manages the Army's supply chain. Now, supply chain optimization, this ensures that soldiers have the parts, the equipment, and the material that they need when and where they need it. To learn more, because there's a lot more to learn about this, visit the FortCampbellCourier.com. Well, it is very clear that she has a passion for the care and improvement of her patients. This is just one comment that you will see about Wild Things Animal Hospital in Pleasant View in a recent article at CheathamCountyExchange.com. Now, pets and animals getting surgeries at this clinic, WTAH, they are monitored by a licensed veterinary technician, given UV catheters, and get post-op pain control injections. All of its laboratory services are in-house. Now, for more on Wild Things Animal Hospital and its veterinarian, its owner, go to the CheathamCountyExchange.com. I love it. All right, let's check in with Justin Kulik to get a look at what we can expect this afternoon, what the weather will be like. Justin, I know before that you have a funny joke for us today.
I sure do. Hello, Stephanie. Thanks for passing it over to me. And I do have a great joke for you.
Give it to us.
All right, here we go. So it's a sentence. It's not a question. No back and forth this time, but I just wanted to say that I tried to catch some fog earlier today, but I missed.
I feel like I've heard that one before, but I like it.
Have you? Wait. Okay. Well, I'll do better next time.
No, that was great. That was good.
Well, as far as weather, it's way better than my joke. More clouds than sun as we start the day. The high being 76, winds not too bad. As we go into the night, though, thunderstorms are likely. We have about a 94% chance of rain. It's going to get down to low of a 63. So during the day, enjoy it. But as soon as it turns night, I would probably put that rain jacket on.
Thanks, Justin.
Hey, I'm John, one of the family owners here at the City Forum. Some people think I'm great at the games and attractions here, but I'm not. I'm fantastic. Your mom might want to pick that up. Go low with 18 holes in mini golf. Channel your inner Ricky Bobby on the go-kart track. Play in Clarksville's only 7D motion theater. 10 lanes of family fun bowling. Don't forget about our big birthday party rooms. So come on out to the City Forum and try to beat some of my high scores.
Welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. File, an online business information and startup service provider, recently released information about the best locations to invest in Airbnb properties. Well, the company looked at a number of factors, including cost of living, the occupancy rate, and then monthly revenue. Well, get this, and for some of us, this may not be a surprise, but Nashville sits in the second best city to invest in an Airbnb. Well, this morning, we are talking with Erica Curry. She is a realtor with Benchmark Realty. She not only represents Airbnb investors, she is one herself. So you really, Erica, have a pulse on the market in Music City.
Yeah, absolutely. And the market is really active right now. A lot of people wouldn't think that if you see a lot of the national headlines, but I've mentioned on social media and throughout my other venues of talking about this subject that every market is local, and it's market to market, the difference in success. And it's no surprise to me that Nashville is number 2 for Airbnb activity.
When someone's looking to invest, for those who may see this morning, like, you know what, this is a good idea, I've been thinking about it, what sort of money are they looking at that they would need to invest into an Airbnb past the point of getting that home under contract?
There are a lot of different variables that go into it, but I would say generally speaking, for investment loans, you need to allow for at least a 20% down payment on your investment property. A lot of investment loans require 30%. So keep in mind that you need to have that cash flow there to be able to tap into to get your foot in the door with that. But then the other thing too is a lot of it has to do with how much money you can make for how much money you're spending. You obviously don't want to get into an Airbnb or any investment property where you're not making monthly, at least a month, enough to cover what your mortgage payment is, your cost of utilities, expenses, because for Airbnb specifically, you are paying those utilities as the homeowner.
When it comes to, there's got to be some drawbacks to owning an Airbnb. What are those that you can maybe touch on this morning that people or, those looking to invest need to keep in the back of their mind?
Yes. So what I've noticed for myself and for a lot of my investor clients is that the biggest question they come to me with, and the biggest question I have personally, is as you acquire these short-term rental properties, these Airbnbs, these midterm rentals, you want to be able to realize if you have the time to take care of them yourself, you're going to have more frequent turnaround between the people who stay with you. And then you're going to also need to be able to time cleaning the property, having it fully furnished and making sure those furnishings are still updated, fresh and clean. You need to make sure that you have the ability to be able to monitor who you have booked and when, because you don't want to have double bookings and overlappings there. And so short-term rentals in general do take more time and effort than just having a long-term rental that sits and rents out, and you don't have to do much between renters because a lot of the onus for the renters is on them in the more long-term options. Here in the Nashville area, one of the issues that I've noticed is that there aren't a lot of short-term rental management companies who are out there that specifically specialize in that. I have an investment property in Florida in the Panhandle. There are a lot of short-term rental management companies down there who just have it down to a fine art, the cleaning, the service, all the things that they provide as far as traveler's insurance, things like that. And we haven't yet honed that here in this Middle Tennessee market with our management companies. And so I see a need for that. There are a couple out there, but again, we have so many of those investors around here, there could be a lot more to be able to service this market.
Very nice. That is good to know. As we're looking for, that property for an Airbnb, to invest in an Airbnb, what part of town do we need to be looking in? Again, you are very familiar with the Nashville market. It is growing. How do we look to make sure that we're getting a property that would be safe for someone looking to book that Airbnb that we'd have in the future?
Honestly, it's sort of a case-by-case basis on what the investor wants, their vision for how they want to make money. We have investor clients who want to be specifically downtown. They want to service the people who come to town for entertainment or for business conferences. They want it to be a long weekend kind of Airbnb. And so you have to find a property there that suits a lot of your needs for the criteria that you have in mind to service your clients. There are other people who I represent who they want to be down in Columbia because they want to be able to service the manufacturers. Those companies down there, they see a lot of need for housing that may only be for maybe 6 months or a year, but they want to be able to provide the midterm need, the rentals for the people down there who are maybe coming and going with a lot of the factory work in Columbia. There are people who want to have midterm rentals for families who maybe are moving into Williamson County, but they need to wait 6 months for their home to be built, or they need to wait 6 months to just be able to get a feel for the area and know exactly where they want to buy. So in that case, you want to pay attention to schools, the school ratings, the schools that the particular property is zoned for. You want to pay attention to proximity to the schools or proximity to maybe some of the hospitals or the areas where a lot of our residents in Williamson County may live. It just really depends, person to person on what their needs are, the need that they want to fill in the market, and how they want to provide a service to their clients, and then kind of go from there.
Erica, I cannot thank you enough for your time, for the information. I know this is helpful to all of those watching this morning who are kind of thinking they may want to invest in their first Airbnb or another one. So thank you, and we very much appreciate it. And I look forward to having you back, hopefully.
Thanks again. Would love to come back.
That's fantastic. Thanks, Erica. All right, stick with us here on Mornings on Main Street. We have a lot more coming up right after this.
Hockey in Music City just hits different. It's one big honky-tonk party. It's the sea of gold in the crowd. The goals, the saves, the celebrations. It's an experience like no other. Don't miss a minute of the action this season. Visit NashvillePredators.com/tickets to get your seats today. That's NashvillePredators.com/tickets. And we'll see you at Bridgestone Arena.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour.
It was just a few cocktails at happy hour.
You really good try. There aren't any cops around.
I didn't think there were any cops around.
I drink and drive all the time.
Sir, you've been in a serious crash. I need you to hang on, okay?
At Miss Lou Steele's, we go for apple pie. A place that feels like a home away from home. A comfortable place to bring your family from out of town. It's a place where great conversations are had. It's a place where you can shop 200 small businesses in one location. It's a place for you to shop for gifts for any occasion or just to treat yourself. Come on down to Miss Lou Steele's. You'll be glad you did.
Main Street Sports Today strives to bring you the most timely and comprehensive coverage of sports news and more from Middle Tennessee and beyond.
We cover the teams you care about from preps to pros and bring some of the most influential voices in sports to keep you in the know.
Tune into Main Street Sports Today each Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Download the Main Street Media TV app.
You had asked about the book, and one of the chapters of the book, I talk about how to captivate your audience. And there's really 4 key things that I do whenever I'm going to speak for any audience. The first thing I do is I do my research. So number 1, do your research. Find out some key things about the audience that you're going to speak to, so that when you're in front of that audience, you actually are speaking from a place of knowledge. The second thing that I do whenever I'm speaking somewhere is as soon as I get there, I do something to endear myself to the audience right away. So in my research, I'm learning something about them so that when I stand before them, I can say something that would immediately endear them to myself to them. Example, I was in Johannesburg a couple of years back, and I was invited by my coach to go, and I was speaking in front of a large audience, and I was kind of like asking, what could I do to immediately help them to understand that I like them, or that I'm just, wanted something to immediately establish rapport with them.
Yeah.
So I studied a couple of greetings in Afrikaans. And so when I stood there, I said, Sawubona, everyone, which means is a standard greeting in Afrikaans. And immediately they were like, oh, here's something he knows about me. And you can do that with any audience. If you're going to wherever it is, learn something about the locale so that you can immediately establish rapport with that audience. Once they know you're home, then you can clearly do what you need to do because they're pulling for you, because they're like, oh, Stefanie knows what I'm dealing with because she just gave me a greeting from here, or she just made a joke that was significant to hear. Okay. So that's that. And third, make sure that when you are in front of the audience, you give them something of substance, something of value, not just something that was warmed over. You know, we like to reheat pizza. We like to reheat some foods, but some foods are not good. So in like fashion, sometimes the content that you reheat to present to another audience isn't relevant for that audience. So make sure that when you're speaking to an audience, that you give them something. Give them something for why they came. You know, make sure that it's worth them coming. And then finally, and this may not always appeal to others, but as a sales and leadership guy, I always am sure to close the room. That's the fourth thing that I do, is make sure that I close the room with some kind of action point or action step. Okay. Whether it's buy my product, you know, buy my service, give me your money now.
Watch our show.
Yeah, watch our show. Because Mornings on Main Street is really, and I got to tell you, you guys are doing really good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you guys are doing so good. I love checking you guys out, all your features and all of that.
Thank you.
But back to what I was saying is, I'm sure to, at the end of whatever talk it is, to give some kind of call to action, some kind of closing point. So I've just told you that coffee is really good in the morning. So what I want you to do is get yourself some coffee in the morning, you know, so that you can have a good day and wake up with Mornings on Main Street, something like that. So those are, I don't know. Am I rambling? I don't know.
You're not. No.
Okay. So, so those are the things that I help people to see and to do. And who knows, if you follow those, you may master your next talk and captivate that audience.
Some great advice here this morning. Mr. Derek Urls, thank you so much. Where can we find your book?
Amazon. Go out there. Yeah, just search me. It's out there.
Fantastic. Thank you, sir. We look forward to having you back.
Yeah.
Stay right here, Mornings on Main Street. We have more coming up after this.
Welcome to the Omni Nashville Hotel. Urban elegance with a vintage touch. Our 800-room hotel opened up in the fall of 2013 with 746 guest rooms and 54 suites.
Medical Associates, we've got you covered from neck to toe. Our orthopedics team offers services in sports medicine, foot and ankle reconstruction, spinal surgery, and more. We also have in-house imaging and physical therapy. Dixon Medical Associates, we specialize in what moves you.
Join me, Stefanie Miller, each week as we bring you the best of what's happening here in Clarksville. From the work of nonprofits to the latest events, highlights on local businesses, and also sharing you the stories of the beautiful people that make up the Queen City. Welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. It is time now for our Wednesday workout segment. We take you to Clarksville, Tennessee, to the Athletic Club. They offer a number of group classes, one being a dance fitness class called Turn Up. I am so excited to introduce you to its coach, Annika Miles, as well as the dance itself.
They offer everything from Zumba to cardio kickboxing, strength training, yoga, Pilates, boot camp, literally everything. Obviously, I teach Turn Up, which is dance fitness, which is a little bit more hip hop, pop, today's hits music, mixed with a high intensity interval training, which means that we'll be doing things like jumps, or jump squats, burpees, planks, high knees, all those functional fitness moves that really get you a good workout. I think the benefit of group fitness is definitely the accountability that it brings, the consistency that it brings for a lot of people, as far as getting to show up and having a professional to lead you in a workout. You don't have to go to the gym and prepare something and a whole workout for yourself to complete. Also, like making friends and joining a community and just kind of having that accountability within the class. So Turn Up is, like I said, it's all hip hop, pop, those hit elements, but it's also a place where you can come and dance and be authentically yourself. We like to create a really safe space for our participants to just really let loose, let them know that they can just be who they are. We don't all have to match. We don't all have to dance the same way. If you are on the wrong foot, that is fine. We just want you to have fun. So I think that kind of sets it apart, the environment and the culture that we create through class really draws a lot of people to class. But it is for all ages. And like when I told you about the culture that we create and the people that come in here, we make sure that it doesn't matter age, gender, your fitness level. It's really all inclusive and you can make it to what you want. It's one of those things that the more you come, the easier it does get. It can be a little intimidating because you will have your girls that are really like into the dancing, or some girls that are really into like the physical, like the fitness part, and you'll have some girls that are just like there to try it, see if they like it, but 9 times out of 10 people come back, they enjoy the whole class, they don't leave in the middle of it. So I think that speaks for itself on how effective it is and how much fun the class truly is. There are options for everybody. So I tell my whole class as far as burpees go, there's a lot of people that burpees are not conducive for them. So they have the option to like step the burpee out versus jump it, or they have the option to do 2 squats of any kind. So you can really make this workout personalized to you. It doesn't have to be, we're all the same, like I said in the beginning. It's really not. There's always options and modifications. Really, I think I would love to let everybody know that if you want to do one of these classes and you're not local to Clarksville, or you might have a mother or a sister or a friend that wants to do these, you can go to turnupdancefitness.com, and there is a button that says find a class near you. And you just hit that, and there are classes in every state in the United States at this point. There are thousands of instructors, so maybe give that a go and see if that's something you're interested in.
Her class is always so much fun. That's the 6th class that I've been a part of, though I only jumped into this one for a couple of dances. But let me tell you, it is a great workout. You get a good sweat and have a lot of fun. Stay with us right here. We have more coming up on Mornings on Main Street right after this.
Hey folks, while we take a quick break from the show, I want to tell you about our friends over at Custom Stone Handlers in downtown Columbia. Ed Rich and his team at Custom Stone Handlers believe in leadership. And outside of the military, our greatest leader building platform is sports. Custom Stone Handlers proudly encourages young people to get in the game. You can contact them today at 931-490-4990 or visit CustomStonehandlers.com.
Here at the Journey Louis team with Benchmark Realty, we pride ourselves on the service that we provide our clients.
We believe in delivering a level of service that is above and beyond what is expected.
We don't cut corners, and we are always available. We are committed to learning and continuously sharpening our skills.
We're social media experts, we're tech savvy, and we embrace change.
It is our unending desire to be our client's realtor for life. We are the Journey Louis team, leading you home.
Welcome back. Again, we are going to ask you to send in your birthdays and your anniversaries to us here at Mornings on Main Street. We would love to give you a shout out. So send your name and where you're from if you have a birthday or an anniversary, or if it's a loved one's birthday or anniversary, send it right here to smiller@mainstreetmediatn.com. We want to give you a shout out on your day. Today, if you're looking at your national days for the day, it is National Singles Awareness Day. Whether it be by choice or not, celebrate that singleness. Join others for coffee, lunch, dinner, maybe just an outing. If you're not single, don't overlook your single friends, those in your life who do not have a significant other. It is also National Gumdrop Day. These are so good. Gumdrops, they're that tasty, colorful, chewy candy made with gelatin and then coated in sugar. They stick to your teeth, but they're pretty good. Some events that you may want to put on your calendar. So break out your pen and paper, put this down in your phone. February 19th, it is the 30th annual Our Kids Soup Sunday. The 19th is on a Sunday. It's happening at 11 a.m. at Nissan Stadium. When you go to this event, you'll enjoy delicious soups from dozens of Nashville's top restaurants. In addition to that, you'll run into some celebrity and culinary judges. They'll have kid-friendly activities. Adults, you'll get in for $25. Kids 4 to 17 will get in for $5. Now, proceeds benefit Our Kids. Our Kids is a nonprofit organization providing medical evaluations and crisis counseling to children and families struggling with child sexual abuse. And then coming up this month on February 25th, it's the Enslaved Memorial Service to honor Black History Month. This is happening at Andrew Jackson's Hermitage. They'll be hosting this memorial service. They do it every year. This is to honor those individuals once enslaved at the Hermitage and throughout the country. Now, this service will include the following. You'll have music out there, special remarks, and then a procession to the Slavery Memorial, Follow the Drinking Gourd, where 150 flowers are laid by the attendees there that day. The event will start at 11 o'clock in the morning, and it is free for you to attend. Well, again, thank you so much for joining us here on Mornings on Main Street. We look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow on Thursday. Until then, have a blessed day. And always remember, it's a good day to just have a good day.
Hockey in Music City just hits different. It's one big honky-tonk party. It's the sea of gold in the crowd. The goals, the saves, the celebrations. It's an experience like no other. Don't miss a minute of the action this season. Visit NashvillePredators.com/tickets to get your seats today. That's NashvillePredators.com/tickets. And we'll see you at Bridgestone Arena.
Welcome to the Omni Nashville Hotel. Urban elegance with a vintage touch. Our 800-room hotel opened up in the fall of 2013 with 746 guest rooms and 54 suites.